Multiple choice questions on engineering mechanics part 1. Question number 1. The vehicle moving on a level circular path will exert pressure such that option A, the reaction on the outer wheels will be more. Option B, the reaction on the inner wheels will be more. Option C, the reaction on the inner wheels as well as on the outer wheels will be equal. Option D, it depends on the speed. Time up. The answer is the reaction on the outer wheels will be more. Let us see the explanation. Centrifugal force pushes the car outwards. Since the center of mass of the car is above the level of the wheels, it tends to create a movement which pushes the outer wheels down and the inner wheels up. Since the outer wheels are being pushed downwards, the ground exerts a greater normal force on the outer wheels. Question number 2. Which one of the following laws is not applicable for a simple pendulum? Option A. The time period does not depend on its magnitude. Option B. The time period is proportional to its length. Option C. The time period is proportional to square root of its length. Option D. The time period is inversely proportional to square root of its acceleration due to gravity. Let us count down start. Time up. The answer is the time period does not depend on its magnitude. Let us see the explanation. We know the formula for time period for a simple pendulum. T equal to 2 pi square root of L by G, where L is the length of pendulum, G is local gravity acceleration. So the answer is that time period does not depend on its magnitude. It depends upon length of pendulum and local gravity acceleration. Question number 3. A satellite is kept on moving in its orbit around the earth due to option A, centrifugal force, option B, centripetal force, option C, gravitational force, option D, resultant forces acting on satellite. Now the countdown start. Time up. The answer is centripetal force. Let us see the explanation. Centripetal force equal to mv square by r. Here F is the centripetal force, m is the mass of orbit, r is the radius of earth, v is the velocity of orbit. Centripetal force is acting to its center and it is balance all the forces to rotate the orbit. Question number 4. When the spring of a watch is wound, it possesses option A, heat energy, option B, kinetic energy, option C, potential energy, option D, wound energy. Now the countdown start. Time up. The answer is potential energy. Let us see the explanation. Spring of a watch is wound it possesses in this case kinetic energy is zero and spring of watch is wound, then it stores some amount of energy and that energy is called potential energy which will be maximum also. Question number 5. When a body falls freely under gravitational force, it possesses dash. Option A maximum weight, option B minimum weight, option C no weight, option D no effect on its weight. Now the countdown start. Time up. The answer is no weight. When a body falls freely under gravitational force, it possesses no weight. Let us see the explanation. This happens because the normal reaction force exerted on the object in the lift is equal to 0 and normal force equal to mg, which in turn equals the weight of the object. Question number 6. In simple harmonic motion, acceleration of a particle is proportional to option A rate of change of velocity, option B displacement, option C velocity, option D direction. Now the countdown start. Time up. The answer is displacement. Let us see the explanation. The acceleration of the object is directly proportional to its displacement from its equilibrium position. Question number 7. The work done by a body in moving down a smooth inclined plane in comparison to being dropped vertically downwards from same height will be option A more, option B less, option C equal, option D 0 in both cases. Now the countdown start. Time up. The answer is more equal. Explanation. Because both work are done by gravitational pull force. So the answer is equal. Question number 8. Rate of change of momentum is proportional to the option A displacement, option B velocity, option C acceleration, option D impressed force. Now the countdown start. Time up. The answer is impressed force. Let us see the explanation. By Newton's second law, because rate in change in momentum gives the force. Rate of change of moment is proportional to the impressed force. So the answer is option D. Question number 9. Which of the following have same units? A. Momentum and impulse. B. Stress and pressure. C. Work and kinetic energy. Option A alone. Option B alone. Option C alone. Option D, A, B and C. Now the countdown start. Time up. The answer is option D, A, B and C. Let us see the explanation. Momentum and impulse have same units, that is kg meter per second. Stress and pressure also have same units, that is Newton per meter square. Similarly, work and kinetic energy having same units, that is a joule. Question number 10. A ball is thrown up, the sum of kinetic and potential energies will be maximum at option A ground, option B highest point, option C in the center while going up, option D at all points. Now the countdown start. Time up. The answer is at all points. Let us see the explanation. As the ball is thrown upwards, its initial velocity is high and its height above the ground is less. As the ball continues to move upward, its upward velocity reduces and at the same time its height above the ground increases. At the topmost part of its trajectory its velocity is zero and its height is maximum. After this point the ball begins a free fall and its velocity increases and its height reduces. In terms of energy at the beginning, the ball has high kinetic energy and no potential energy. As it moves up, its kinetic energy gets converted to potential energy. At the peak, its kinetic energy is nil and it has the highest potential energy. From now onwards, its potential energy begins to be converted to kinetic energy as it falls to the ground. In other words, the sum of kinetic energy and the potential energy remains same at all points. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe my channel for more updates.